The red lamp, a spiritual analogy. He didn't remember falling. One moment he was walking under a gray sky, his thoughts tangled in work and routine. The next, silence swallowed everything. Not pain, not fear. Just a sudden disconnection, as if the cord to reality had been cut. He awoke on soft grass beneath swaying trees. "You hit your head," she said gently. "You've been out for a while?" Somewhere in his spirit he questioned it. But her touch, the warmth of her hand, the familiarity of her smile, these were anchors. He accepted the moment even as something deeper stirred. They built a life, a beautiful, soul-rich life. A home by a lake, laughter-filled rooms, 2 children, Dylan and Sophie. He remembered the weight of his son on his shoulders, the scent of Sophie's hair after a bath. These were more than dreams. They were experiences. He found purpose in them, peace, a deep sense of rightness. But like all illusions wrapped in comfort, the truth began to knock. It started with a red lamp in his study, simple, unassuming, but wrong. It glowed not with light, but with presence. Whenever he stared at it, the edges of the room seemed to bend. Time felt slower, his thoughts tangled. And deep within, a feeling, like being watched from behind the veil. He asked Carolyn, but she brushed it off. "You're overthinking. Come to bed." Yet, the lamp pulsed. It became the seed of doubt in an otherwise perfect world. One night, his daughter looked up at him and whispered, "Daddy, the red light doesn't like you anymore." Something cracked. He confronted the lamp, sat before it, stared into its red glow, the color of warning, of thresholds, of the root chakra, the gate between the material and the spiritual. And suddenly, like a river breaking its dam, memories returned. The parking lot, the rain, the fall, the real world, and with it, the understanding. This life was a construct, loving, detailed, immersive, but not true. In spiritual terms, he had been living in Maya, the grand illusion. A dream within a dream, constructed by his soul, or perhaps something higher, as a sanctuary during unconsciousness. His attachment to this dream reflected the human condition, our tendency to cling to false identities, stories, and comforts that separate us from our eternal self. As he stared into the red lamp's glow, it became not a household object, but a spiritual beacon, like the burning bush or a light in Plato's cave. Everything dissolved. The home, the lake Carolyn, the children not lost, not destroyed, released. He awoke in a hospital bed. Fluorescent lights, cold reality, a nurse's voice calling his name. "You've been in a coma for 2 weeks," she said. "We weren't sure you'd wake up." 2 weeks, but in that dream? Years had passed. No wife, no children, no Carolyn, no record of them. They were never real, and yet they were, because love felt. Growth experienced, lessons learned, these transcend form. He wept, not just from grief, but from awakening. He had been shown a deeper truth, that our perceptions are not the whole picture, that the soul writes stories as easily as we write dreams. And then he saw it. A red LED light on the hospital wall outlet. It blinked. He smiled. Not with fear, but with reverence. Because now he understood. The red lamp was not a trap, it was a threshold. It was his spiritual exit sign, the signal from the higher self, the divine, calling him back. It served as both guardian and guide, the symbol of awareness that breaks illusion. In our lives, we each have a red lamp, something that shakes us awake from the stories we've been told or the ones we've told ourselves. It may come as loss, silence, synchronicity, or even joy too big for explanation. And when it flickers, we are given a choice: cling to the dream or wake up.